At the end of episode 5, about the other Frank Thomas, it was suggested that the next time you pass a box of old beat-up cards at a flea market or at a garage sale, pick them up and listen.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Taking that very advice led to a chance encounter with two junk wax baseball cards. The 1987 and 1988 Topps Tommy John. Does that name sound familiar? The front of the card features a standard issue photo of an aging pitcher clinging on to the last threads of their career. The back of the card, though, is a baseball revelation. The 1988 Topps card, number 611, shows a pitcher who can still produce, a 13-6 record in 1987. But looking closer at his stats list, year 1975, written small enough that even an eagle needs glasses to read it. On disabled list. Those three little words changed the sport forever. Left-handed pitcher Tommy John had a pretty good career. He pitched for 26 seasons, won 288 games, amassing more than 2,200 strikeouts. He was the oldest player in the game in 1988, but 1974 was the year that cemented his legacy and made him a household name. On July 17, 1974, Tommy John was pitching for the Dodgers. With the Dodgers up 4-0 in the third inning against the Expos, John threw a sinking fastball to Hal Breeden. Something happened. He said it felt like the strangest sensation he had ever known. Right at the point where he put force on the pitch, the point where his arm is back and bent, something happened. He explained, "It felt as if I had left my arm someplace else. It was as if my body continued to go forward and my left arm had just flown out to right field, independent of the rest of me." Tommy John tore his UCL, his ulnar collateral ligament. Put your arm out flat, elbow down, palm up. Follow the crease of your elbow joint to the inside of the arm. That's your UCL. It connects the humerus, the bone of your upper arm, to the ulna, one of the two bones of your forearm. This ligament is crucial to any baseball player's throwing action, especially so for pitchers. In 1974, a tear of this ligament ended a career, plain and simple. But the Dodgers team doctor, Dr. Frank Jobe, had an idea. He said, "Okay, Tommy, I think I can Frankenstein this back together. Let's take a tendon from your non-throwing arm and sew it into your pitching elbow." Tommy asked, "What are the chances this will work?" The doc responded coolly and calmly, 1 in 100. "Send it." "All right, hold my beer." So the doc Frankenstein Tommy John's elbow back together, the first ever UCL repair. And it worked. He returned to the mound in 1976 and pitched for another 13 seasons. He won more games after the surgery than before. The UCL repair soon picked up its nickname, Tommy John surgery, and the rest is history. But actual history. The cast from Tommy John's surgery is now in the Smithsonian, on display at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. And check out the signatures on that cast. Don Sutton, Tommy Lasorda, Bill Buckner, and Pee Wee Reese, among others. Surgical techniques have sharpened over the years, and outcomes vastly improved. Modern procedures can arguably result in a stronger elbow joint than one that occurs naturally. They do this by drilling holes in the ends of the bones and physically threading the repair material through the bone itself like a shoelace. About 1 in 7 major leaguers have had Tommy John surgery, and many anecdotes exist where young players are having the procedure as a preventative to injury. Young kids lacing up their elbows just like their spikes. When you dig a bit into the records, it's alarming how many players have had this procedure done. Looking carefully at a player's baseball card can give you a clue about the state of their elbow. The first player to pitch for the Phillies after Tommy John surgery was Steve Ontiveros in 1989. The same year, Jose Mesa got the surgery too, the first international player to do it. He pitched for the Phillies from 2001 to 2003 and again in 2007, along with Riel Cormier, who had it done in 97 and pitched for the Phillies from 01 to 06. Mesa's 2001 Topps traded card, number T24, has it all right there. Look at the year listing. 6 games in 87. Then we pick things back up with 7 games in 1990 at the end of the season, and then back to form for 91. It is a similar sleight of hand with Cormier's card. It's tough to see that 1998 is just missing. Now, what would cause a pitcher to miss a full season? Flash Gordon had Tommy John surgery in 1999 and pitched with Cormier and Mesa for the Phils. And let's just pause here to really admire the absolute travesty that is the 2006 Topps Flash Gordon card number 163, a reused picture from 2005, photoshopped with the new team jersey, and they still put the wrong team logo on the card. Somebody let the intern design this one. And check it out, missing year is 2000. Anyway, back to the story. It was just after the turn of the century that Tommy John went viral. Before 2000, only a few players had Tommy John surgery each year. In 2003, 18 players had it done, and it was becoming more common. By 2015, 30 players were having it done each year, and there were now many players who were getting it done a second time, or even a third. In addition to Ontiveros, Gordon, and Cormier, a good number of Phillies have pitched with reconstructed elbows, and this is not even close to an exhaustive list. Adam Eaton, Randy Wolf, Corey Knebel, Noah Syndergaard, and Kyle Gibson, A.J. Burnett, and Brandon Workman. The 2023 roster of rebuilt elbows includes Seranthony Dominguez, Zach Wheeler, and Taijuan Walker. Randy Wolf's 2006 card, number 141, just flat out says that he had Tommy John surgery. Zach Wheeler's 2021 Topps Chrome Update Purple Refractor goes with the less subtle, did not play, injured. His 2023 card only has one did not play listed and 1 year omitted. Another layout choice from the intern, who is making it harder to figure out what's really going on. And it isn't limited to just pitchers. Shortstop Didi Gregorius, catcher Andrew Knapp, first baseman Rhys Hoskins, who this year is adding a reconstructed knee to his reconstructed elbow, all had it done. And of course, the big man Bryce Harper, who recovered and was back in the lineup faster than any other player yet. Former Phillies pitcher Ryan Matson and Jamie Moyer had Tommy John on their way out of Philly, as did catcher Chris Coast. Jojo Romero and J.C. Ramirez both had Tommy John surgery after their Philly years and went on to pitch for other teams. One of the Phillies' current top pitching prospects, Andrew Painter, has been battling a UCL injury and so far has avoided the knife. But come on, it's only a matter of time, right? Here's hoping. Thousands of ball players now, from Little League to the big leagues, have had Tommy John surgery. It has saved hundreds of careers. Like Band-Aid and Q-Tip, Tommy John is a ubiquitous signifier. Stats aside, like Curt Flood and modern free agency, see episode 6, Tommy John should be in the Hall of Fame for his contributions to baseball. Cooperstown lost the cast to the Smithsonian, but they can still give Tommy and his Frankenstein elbow a plaque in the hall. All of this from an old junk wax card, worth a nickel at best, that rewrote the baseball history books. Thanks for watching. I hope your elbow's not sore. And tell your friends where they can find more baseball card stories, legends, and lore.